These topics have helped us see a new perspective towards everything. We have learned how to react to different situations, and now the older half of Nithyananda Vidyalaya, ages 10 to 13, are going to express through a PowerPoint presentation on what they have learned. First, it's going to be Anika and Aditi, and they're going to present on love.
Nithyananda, today we are going to share what we learned about love in Vidyalaya.
So what is love? So love is an energy. It's like a healing energy basically. And it brings positive feelings to people. And it increases as we give others. And
Okay, these are the kinds of love. The first is physical, like when you like your family member. The next kind is mental, when you start liking something in your head. Another is emotional, like if you feel sad for someone or you feel happy for someone. And the next is spiritual, like the way Swamiji loves us. And the other is causeless, which you love something or somebody without any, like you just like that person.
And then that's an example of physical love. And then like dogs show mental and emotional love. And yeah. So what are the effects of love? So love heals all kinds of restlessness, and there's 5 kinds. Physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental restlessness. and it leads to bliss.
What does love feel like? It feels like energy. Whenever you express love, you express healing energy. It makes people feel happy.
My experiences. So Swamiji loves us all unconditionally, which is why we feel so safe around him. And he loves us like he's our own mother. And he loves all beings, even like animals.
Examples. Whenever Aditi goes home, her dog always wags his tail fast to show he loves her. My mom always makes me feel better when I am sad. Swamiji loves all beings equally.
The end.
Okay, so next is going to be Anshul talking about desire.
So what is desire? Desire is a strong feeling of wanting something to happen. Desire comes from our ego and makes our likes and dislikes. When we are complete with ourselves, desires go away and only positive energy happens. And desires are actually born in our mind. The mind is very powerful and makes all your decisions. The mind is always telling us to have this toy and this watch, which is expensive. When you control your mind, all desires disappears. This is what desire is. And that's a picture of a guy wanting money. What kinds of desires? There are many kinds of desires. One kind is borrowed desires. Borrowed desires are when a person sees a friend with a toy that you want, and then you start wanting that toy, and then scream, beg, and throw a tantrum. Basically, you cry for it. Then there is a true desire. They carry energy that fulfills you. These are selfless desires. They both benefit individuals and humanity. In this picture, the man is crying because his favorite pendant is broken, and the friend is crying because she doesn't have his pendant. This is borrowed desire. You see the money? This is a true desire. This is a need. The pendant is a want. So, what are the effects of desire? There is one big, gigantic effect of desire, and it is jealousy. Have you seen people making domino patterns with all those, when they go around in circles and they're on top of each other? Become so jealous, you all mean things. Same thing with desire. There's like a $24 million watch with gems. You see some big star wearing that watch, you feel jealous and start thinking what many things you could say to he or she. When you're complete with yourself, all the jealousy is gone. That's the pattern of the dominoes. This is a bliss pyramid. Shelter is a need because you need something to live in. Clothes and food is a need. Health and medicines are a need. Education is a need. Money is both need and a want because you want money, but for whatever you need, for something like you don't need, you want money for that, but then you need money for something like clothes and food, and name and fame. That's a want because you want to be famous all the time, so yeah. And then power and intellect is a need because then you can't go to school and you can't learn how to write. And then when you're in bliss, everything of the desires, they all disappear. Examples. I feel happy when I play musical instruments and sing, such as playing the tabla and piano. So I know it is a true desire. Because I have a true desire, I have energy to practice and become better at it. I take responsibility for making sure that I have the time to practice piano, tabla, and also sing every single day. The end.
And finally, Amrita and Aditi will be sharing on worry.
What is worry? Worry is when we stress out about something, and worry is when we are not happy, and worry is basically unnecessary.
Examples of worry is like we worry for tests, sometimes whether or not we will pass, and we worry about how much time we have to study for tests. Sometimes people worry about the drops or the turns in roller coasters, and we worry about projects in school sometimes.
So these are just some things that people worry about. It's like fears, failures, and then health and wealth, and tests and trials, and safety, security, family, friends, responsibilities, and problems. So the effects of people who worry is worry can cause sicknesses, and it can also cause many diseases, which can be harmful for people for a long time. And worry makes you unhappy, and worry also causes stress in your mind. Okay, so this is an example. I was worrying about a science test, but all I needed to do was study and prepare for it. And so I forgot the answer to one of the essay questions. So I was worrying about it, but once I stopped worrying, I remembered the answer to it.
I was worrying about a big spider web in my room. I found out later that it was really belonging to a tiny spider. But all I needed to do was notice that spider before and stop worrying about it. I learned that it's no use to worry when you don't even know if it's true.
Hakuna Matata, no worry.
Don't worry, be happy.
You've only seen the older half of the sentence. Now it's time for the next group, which is ages 7 to 9, and they will be performing different skits on what they have learned. Okay, come up now. So the first skit is going to be Set in the Park. Yeah, so this is Set in the Park, is about the topic of love.
Are you okay? Can I help you? You go get the teacher. Talk to the teacher. Help is on the way. Here's a glass of water. In the love topic, we learned that love is the healing energy, and with caring words, we can help her feel better.
The next one is Set in the House, and it's about desire.
Mom, can I have an iPad? I need an iPad. I want to play games on it. Do you really want it? Yes. No. Oh, I really want an iPad. You really want an iPad? Yes. Now, is it a true desire or a bar desire? I think it's true. Well, let me tell you true desire and bar. Bar desire is when you want something that your friend has and you like it. And true desire is what you really want and your friend doesn't have it. So what is your true desire? Getting your dog? Okay, let's go with something on that. Mom, can I have a dog? Okay.
The next skit is based on worry, and it's in the house.
Mom, I got a C on my test. Why did you get a C on your test? I think I got a couple answers wrong and I didn't study really hard. You should be ashamed of yourself. Don't hit your room.
I don't know what happens.
I'm so sad. I got a C on my test. You don't need to be sad. You can just promise to do better and study harder. Okay. Mom, I'm sorry I got a C on my test. I promise next time I'll do better. How are you going to do better? I'll study harder and listen to the teacher. Okay, you excused from your room.
Aarti and Anira here are going to tell us one story, okay? And it's called Princess and the Pea.
Once there was a princess who lived in a castle, and and she was always mad when she was always mad to her servants and her mom and dad. And every time she warned her servants to make her bed cozy and comfy. And then the servants did it, and then the servants put a little bump that's called the pea, and then put it into the bed. And then after the princess came back, the princess said, "What a nice comfy bed." And then she ran to it and went into the bed and slept. And then she heard the pea in the bed, and then she couldn't sleep all night. And then at 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning, she was still worrying about the pea inside her bed. And then the princess pulled the covers over her head. After that, the servants came in, and then the servants said, "Good morning, princess." And then the princess was like so sad in bed, and then she thought about the love that when she was going to be nice, and then she pulled the covers over her head, out of her head, and then she said, good morning, servants," in a nice way. And then the servants were shocked. And then after the princess went, she brushed her teeth and then went to the breakfast table. And then a nice way, she said to her parents, "Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Dad." And then the next day, the princess woke up, and then she said, "Good morning, servants. I don't need to do anything. I can do all it by myself." And then they lived happily ever after.
How do we relate this story with what we've learned in Vidyalaya? Does it talk about love? How about ego and worry? So what solved her problem?
When the princess love.
Yeah, when she was she happy when she was shouting at them, or when she was nice to everyone?
She was nice to everyone.
So what's the solution?
What's the solution?
That she pulled the covers over her head, and then she said nice, in a nice way, "Good morning, sir."
Yeah.
Because the princess was not nice, they were not being nice to her. And because she became nice, they took the pea away.
Jago jago ma सर्वं